Hermione Way here, and today I'm interviewing Sebastian Peck, who is the Managing Director of InMotion Ventures, which is backed by Land Rover, Jaguar. And Sebastian, you're also an early stage investor in the next generation of mobility, travel and digital lifestyle startups and services. So thanks for letting me interview today. Now, one thing I think is interesting about mobility is that we've all heard of fintech, prop tech, SaaS, but the term mobility is a relatively new term. So why is it an attractive investment standpoint?
Mm-hmm. So I think the automotive industry in the moment is at the cusp of a major transformation, and the reason why InMotion was set up and why the industry as a whole is really engaging with this topic is you have four major trends that are reshaping the way we will travel in the future. Autonomous, obviously, the electrification of the powertrain, connected cars, and then the idea of shared mobility, so the idea that you have an asset which you can utilize in different ways and that you can make use of, not just as a single person owning it, but actually in the context of sharing it with friends. So the sharing economy is a major driver. Now all of these things come together and they create, if you like, the perfect storm, but also a lot of opportunity to reinvent the business model of OEMs, to engage in ways with customers that previously haven't been possible. The industry as a whole has traditionally really focused on producing a wonderful product, selling it, then some after sales, if you like, service. But the big focus was that big transaction when you as a customer choose to buy a car or lease a car. And I think we're moving to a world where the car becomes a service and transportation becomes a service, and you engage with customers much more frequently, and that redefines how you have to think about building relationships.
It's interesting you say as a service, so in the future we may not even own a car.
That's very true, absolutely. So InMotion, if you like, is focused on a particular clientele that we see emerging in cities, for example. So if you live in Zone 1, Zone 2 in London, and if you're between 25 and 40, the odds are you might actually not own a car, and the odds are you might not feel there's a big financial or emotional incentive here to own a car. But you still have to move around, and you now have obviously a variety of services you can use, which is fabulous, whether it's Uber, Zipcar, and so on. And I think within that sort of new universe of services, we are trying to innovate, and we are trying to find the types of services that would appeal to the type of customer we care about, which is sort of probably the more affluent end of the market, but very much a sort of responsibility light, asset light generation that we'd like to appeal to.